In the tropics of western Thailand, on the border of Myanmar, something deadly is taking place. Mosquitoes that plague this land are spreading a strain of malaria that's resistant to the drugs that treat it. Nothing will stand in their way, not even this river.
We're just crossing over into Myanmar now. This border crossing is crucial in the fight against drug-resistant malaria. Over there is the front line, where scientists are desperate to stop the spread of the disease. If it does spread over here, it's a whole new ballgame.
Tiny rural villages then just across the border are under constant surveillance. The aim is to test anyone with malaria symptoms as quickly as possible to try and control the disease.
We believe that we can do a kind of a firewall here, just stopping the transmission here and avoiding malaria resistant.
Gilles Delmas runs over 1,000 malaria clinics here. He's taking me to one of them.
It's a simple idea that is bringing malaria test and treatment as close as possible to the people. They can be treated quickly before the parasite gets to be communicated to other people.
Inside this clinic, we talk to residents queuing to get tested. Tin Min Lang was diagnosed here. He told me he thought he was going to die. His treatment worked, he says, but he's worried the resistant strain will arrive here and put his family at risk. They might not be as lucky as me, he says. Migrant workers regularly pass through these villages. Anyone carrying the resistant parasite could unwittingly spread it when bitten by mosquitoes. It happened in neighbouring countries like Cambodia and could happen here.
Trying to eliminate malaria in small border villages like this is paramount when you think that 60% of new cases of malaria in some parts of Cambodia are resistant to drugs and 30% in Vietnam. What is being done in these villages is essential, but it's not enough on its own.
300 miles away in a laboratory in Bangkok, scientists study thousands of mosquitoes. The parasites they carry have become resistant because they've mutated over time. Here, they test new drugs on samples in order to find the next treatment that kills them.
The drugs that we are looking at is not only the drug that we are using, but the drug which will be the next candidate to use if the parasite is resistant.
Basically trying to stay one step ahead of the parasite.
Yeah. Try to catch it up.
Current drugs save millions of lives every year across the world. Once they stop being effective, so too does our ability to control the disease. The director here says the scale of the problem is tantamount to global warming.
Should it spread to Africa, as it has not once but twice before, the mortality could be substantial. We could have millions of people dying as a result.
Would you call it a potential global emergency that needs to be addressed?
Yes, I would call it a global emergency, and I think we could prevent it becoming a global emergency.
It's the children of Myanmar who play on the front line here. Heeding such warnings could be the difference between life and death for them. Holding back the advance of the lethal parasite is now a challenge the world has no option but to meet. Emily Morgan, ITV News in Myanmar.